I was asked a question the other day whilst playing some Battlefield by a good friend of mine who asked me quite an intriguing question that I actually had to ask myself for the answer for quite a bit, and that's, do I ever get bored of Battlefield? Now the reason that they stated this is because all I really tend to talk about when I'm with people is Battlefield. I don't really talk about anything else other than possibly Skyrim or any other game I'm playing recently, but Battlefield is the one that always seems to stick with me. And I really did have to think quite hard about the answer as to why I never get bored of Battlefield. And the best answer I could come up with is that it's just my jam, if you get what I mean. Everybody has that game that they like, their favourite game, the one that they can go back to and play and they know that they are going to have a good time playing it. For example, 2 years ago, Skyrim was my absolute utmost favourite game and I never got bored of it. I must have clocked in over about 1,000 hours in that game on my Xbox 360. It was the best. But now I've turned to Battlefield, one of my most favourite first-person shooters of this decade. So what is it that I like about Battlefield, and what is it that keeps me playing this amazing game? Well, mainly it's because of my knowledge of the game. I know the game mechanics well, I know the maps well, and I know the weapons, the tactics, and the audio call-outs that the soldiers make well. I'm good at it. That's kind of what I'm getting at. I know it and I'm good at it. And when you play well, you tend to have a good time playing a game. And the only way that I've sort of accumulated all this knowledge and skill in the game is my time investment, because I think at the minute I'm currently sitting on 350 hours in Battlefield 4, a good possibly 30 to 40 hours in the Battlefield Hardline beta accumulatively, and Battlefield 3 must be in the 600s somewhere. I kind of lost count. I played that a hell of a lot on the 360, the PlayStation 3, and a little bit on the PC as well. So I've played it a hell of a lot. The time investment that I've put into this franchise is insane. And I suppose what keeps driving me to stick with the franchise is my experience with past titles. For example, the other day I was watching a Jack Frags video. It was his perspective of Squad Up. And it got to the end where he was in his jet rampage, and I'm sure many of you have seen this as well. And it's when, in the background, I could just slightly hear this very reminiscent song that I remember hearing so many times whilst playing Battlefield 3. And I didn't know what the name of it was, but I went and looked in the description, and it was Solomon's Theme, and I'm going to play it a little bit for you here now. And hearing that, it just gave me the feels. I don't know why, it just got me really emotional and really enthusiastic about Battlefield. It's such an iconic song that I've heard so many times and never really think of that much when I do hear it. But just hearing that then, at that moment, whilst epic moments were happening in game, it just really gave me the emotional feels for the Battlefield franchise. In answer to the question though, do I ever get bored of Battlefield? Sometimes I do, and honestly I think the level of interest that I have in the game is linked to my performance that I have in game. If I'm not playing well, I'm going to rage quit, and I'm going to hate the game. I'm going to say, do you know what, screw this, why do I even play this? It's rubbish, I don't even know why. But then I always come back to it a couple of days later. I try it again, and I give it another go. I'll have a good game, and everything's fine and dandy. I love it. I might have a few hissy fits with it every few days, maybe even weeks or months or so, but I always come back to it. And whilst I have had a few little hissy fits with it, I've gone out and I've tried other first-person shooters. For example, Counter-Strike Global Offensive and Call of Duty Advanced Warfare recently. Whilst I've not been playing Battlefield, These are the games that I have gone and tried out, and then so they've not captured my interest, so then that's led me to go back and try out Battlefield again. And honestly, I don't think that there is going to be another franchise that just gets me the way that Battlefield does. Sure, CSGO, Advanced Warfare, and probably the upcoming Battlefront, they're all fun, but Battlefield is just something that I get. It's my jam, as I said before. And even today, whilst I've been trying to revise, I've been procrastinating and watching all of the trailers for Battlefield Hardline, cinematics, fan-made cinematics, and just getting emotional. I kind of feel like a little bit of a really, really nerdy nerd today, but I've just been watching so much Battlefield stuff and getting really nerdy about it and just getting really emotional about it that I'm just so hyped for Hardline. And I just love Battlefield. I'm kind of having a bit of an emotional breakdown here, but I love Battlefield. But anyway, what is your favourite game? I've ranted on about Battlefield for long enough now, and I'm guessing that you can tell my passion for it. But is there a game that you like, that you love, that you always go back to, that you always are guaranteed a good time? Let me know down in the comments below. And if you enjoyed, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more of this sort of thing. I'll see you in the next one.